What's going on, people? It's Steve Buck here. Welcome to the channel, and we are here with some massive news. Microsoft in the past hour or so have announced that they have purchased Activision Blizzard for a whopping $70 billion, although it might be like $68 billion, but who's counting those 2 billion? 70 sounds so much better. And to put that in context, that is probably more net worth than the whole of Nintendo. It's probably nearly as much as the whole net worth of Sony, although I think in the last couple of years it is more than your 70 billion. So for people that don't know what Activision Blizzard is, it consists of some of the biggest IPs in the gaming industry, the likes of Overwatch, Diablo, Call of Duty, which in my opinion is one of the biggest gaming franchises there is in the gaming industry. You got World of Warcraft, you got Candy Crush, StarCraft, and not only that, the likes of Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon, games that you would typically associate with Sony during their early releases. Now we know Activision Blizzard have been in a bad spot recently with a lot of bad press, and they've come out publicly and said they are aware of this, and Microsoft, being Microsoft, saw an opportunity to see Activision Blizzard at the lowest stock and thought, why not buy the likes of Call of Duty, Overwatch, Diablo, StarCraft, World of Warcraft, Crash Bandicoot. The likes of Crash Bandicoot and Banjo-Kazooie is now exclusively on Xbox. Imagine that, God knows how many years ago. So it's just crazy. I must admit, this is a huge deal, because when you think about it, it's the possibility that most of these games are now going to be Microsoft, so Xbox and PC exclusive. So it is a bit of a down on players that just play on Sony consoles, because something like maybe not Overdrive, maybe, you know, World of Warcraft, they're more PC based games, but the likes of Call of Duty, it's like the equivalent of Microsoft buying EA and just sticking FIFA on Xbox. Well, they did kind of do that with the icons and legends, but yeah, this is crazy. So let's actually just get into what they actually said in this. They said, as a team, we're on a mission to extend the joy and community of gaming to everyone on the planet. So Microsoft do want to be the biggest gaming platform there is, and they want to give the most joy to all their consumers. When you think about the Xbox Game Pass is brilliant. It's one of the best things about gaming, and I think it is the future of gaming. And I think adding all these exclusively on the Xbox Game Pass would be a huge game changer for people that maybe not necessarily thought they don't need an Xbox or playing on a Microsoft platform. Well, now, you know, with these, you have to think again. You know, we all know gaming is the most vibrant and dynamic form of entertainment worldwide, and we've experienced the power of social connection and friendship that the gaming makes possible. And it's just, yeah, it's crazy. It's a huge thing for Microsoft, and the way Microsoft are going, I think, you know, it's going to be only a matter of time where they just get everyone. They're just gonna buy everyone and just have this superstar lineup of a console. Like, it's the way I see it, it's the equivalent of Netflix v Amazon Prime, and well, technically Xbox should be Netflix, but let's for argument's sake say Sony is Netflix, and they're like number one at the moment in terms of sales, in terms of, you know, the games and stuff, and Microsoft is Amazon Prime, and the year before they bought HBO Plus, and that is Bethesda. But that's not enough for Amazon Prime, so they go out one further and purchase Disney streaming service, and now it's like them three v Netflix, and now the competition is much closer. Luckily for Sony, they still got some of the best games around, but it's something for Sony to think about now. Now Microsoft has shown their cards with the biggest gaming purchase that I know of, and it's probably the biggest news this year by easily. It's something to think of. The only downside is maybe, you know, as someone who's not the biggest fan of consoles exclusives, I think, you know, it's everyone should be able to play any game on any platform, which, but of course I understand why people do this. So it's a massive blow for people that, you know, just play PlayStation. Maybe COD's their favorite game, and there's a big chance that COD's not going to be on Sony in the next, whenever it comes out. When does it come out? Like next, like September or something, around October times. There's a huge possibility. So, and they've already bought Bethesda, so the likes of, you know, the new Elder Scrolls and stuff are not going to come on Sony platforms. So, and the likes of Crash Bandicoot, like, not being on Sony, that is crazy. Spyro, these games were born on the PlayStation, so fair play to Microsoft. They've gone all out. They're looking to test Sony and see what they're saying. And the other downside is the people at Activision Blizzard who have been involved in all this bad press. They might get an easy way out, because I'm not going to go too deep into it. I think it's clear for everyone what they did wrong. So maybe this is their way of just, you know, getting rid of all the bad press and lets Microsoft handle it. And I think Microsoft won't stand for any of the things that happen in Activision Blizzard. So yeah, so it's a good look. It's a good look in anyway. And I think Microsoft's stock is just gonna go all the way up now. And yeah, it's crazy. Have they got anything else around the world? There's no more exciting venue for fun and connection than video games, and there's never been a better time to play them right now. As we extend the joy and community of gaming to everyone, we look forward to welcoming all our friends at Activision Blizzard to Microsoft Gaming. Microsoft Gaming is a massive deal now. Phil Spencer and co are doing a fantastic job. And like I said, if you get all these games now on Game Pass, the other downside is there has to be a price increase for Game Pass. There's no way Microsoft spends close to $70 billion for Game Pass still to be, you know, relatively cheap. So that's probably going to be a downside for the Xbox owners. So if you wasn't an Xbox owner and you're a fan of some of these games, maybe it's time to pick up an Xbox, or obviously play on PC. So it's crazy. It's a deal that really shocked me. I wasn't expecting this. The Bethesda deal was huge itself, $7 billion. This is 10 times more. So let me know what you think. Is this a crazy deal? Do you rate Microsoft for coming out and just buying Activision Blizzard whilst their stock was low? Tony Hawk, I completely forgot Tony Hawk as well. So all these great games, all these great IPs are now going to Xbox exclusively. You'd think, because you'd imagine Xbox didn't pay $70 billion for them still to go on Sony, because then it doesn't really change anything other than Microsoft making some money off Sony. So that's it, people. Let me know what you think. Is this the craziest deal you've ever heard of? Are you excited to see what Microsoft does next? Is Sony gonna do anything in return? Can they do something in return? This is more money than a somewhat worth. I don't think Sony can spend this type of money. I don't think they need to spend that much money. But I think Microsoft is one gaming company away from, you know, getting, you know, they're doing the Thanos Infinity Stones. He's got like 3-4 stones now, like one more, and they might just overtake everyone. Who knows? But that's it, people. That is the end of the video. Let me know what you think. As always, hit that like button. More importantly, subscribe, and I will be back probably next week. Yeah, unless there's crazy other news. I'm out, people. Peace.